Yeah,
Why'd you scream that at me?
The Native American blood on your pew!
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Just search at Tom and Dan Live. That's all social media, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, X, all of that, at Tom and Dan Live. Funny that I never thought I'd be saying that, right? Like, I never thought that, you know, digital currency, your digital address, never would have ever guessed that that's a thing. But it's definitely a thing. So if you go there and check us out, it certainly helps us out.
We have a beer fest coming up on Saturday. It's Science on Tap,
Yes.
the Orlando Science Center's beer fest. It's Lock Haven Park. It's really high quality, and if you could bring your family because they do science demonstrations. There's food trucks there. If you want to just walk around and sample delicious beers.
Well, the fit and the finish,
beautiful
too.
day.
I know I talk about this a lot, but every year they do it. The fit and the finish of the way this beer fest looks, it's definitely one that you would want to bring your family to because it looks the part.
Yep.
It looks nice. It's outside. It's a beautiful area. The weather's going to be great. So come hang out.
OSC.org
Yes,
for
sir.
tickets. All proceeds go to help the Science Center. On the couch with us, our friend Toni Mongiat here. How you doing, Tony?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I like your facial hair.
Thank you. That's my disguise.
I like your facial hair. You look like a Guy Fawkes mask. You know Guy Fawkes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Zorro. Oh, which is
Yeah, that's racist. Yeah, I expected that from you.
I said Poro.
That's awesome. A Poro, he just draws a zero with his no Z is a zero.
Well, me and Tony have.
Tony and I just riff that. We're improv masters.
Even though I don't know how this works, but it must be he's got some
He's got legs.
some South American Indian in him.
I do.
Yeah,
I can tell you exactly what I am. I did one of those DNA tests.
Oh, you did? You just took a DNA test? You're 100% that bitch?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it a while ago. I am like 43% like Native American of the South Americans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that causes you to not be able to grow a bushy facial hair.
Right,
you know?
right.
It's sparse.
I have no hair on my arms or legs or chest or anything like that.
What about your pubes? You
I
got
do
pubes?
have those.
Do you have a lot of them, or are they tight and curly?
Oh, tons.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't
Like-
affect the
like
Native American.
extremely the amount.
The
is,
Native American blood
crazy.
doesn't affect your pubes. It just affects the other body hair.
Why'd you scream that at me?
The Native American blood on your pew!
In fact, that makes it worse because I feel like back before clothes, you were running around and you need big pubes to protect yourself
Right. From tigers.
That's
and
exactly
stuff.
what your bush was. No, it's from
from
brambles.
thorns and brambles.
It's brambles.
Yeah, you get your,
The bush was original. The reason my mother had my mother had a mega bush. It looked like she was wearing a brown diaper. And that bush would have been protecting my mother as she were sprinting through the jungle to protect her from the brambles.
yeah, because the brambles get up there and then they don't have to scratch
Like,
you.
ow, my labia! I got brambles. Ah!
And Malabia was her Indian name.
Yeah, that
Malabia?
was Malabia.
Yeah.
Well, that was the original name of Florida before we took over with Malabia, and then we changed it to La Floridea, which means land
big bush.
land of flowers. Land bush.
So the reason why Tony's in here today is because he's taken some pictures of us.
No, what kind of pictures is he in? Just taking some pictures.
Some
of us.
boudoir.
He's taking some boudoir.
Boudoir.
We are starting at OnlyFans because we're desperate.
Yeah, we need help,
and we are going to show
Yeah,
our
we're gonna-
genitals to our listeners.
We're
who
gonna
wanna see it.
we're gonna do simulated sex photos.
Yeah,
Simulated. We're not really doing it, but it's gonna look like we're doing it. It's gonna look exactly like we're doing it, but we're not doing
Which
it.
is basically the same.
No, it's not. Because under each photo, it says, because I'll be like sitting on your lap and it looks like we're doing something right. And because that's a very popular one, is the where one's in and the other's out. That's very popular. But then under the bottom it will say, "This is simulated, not real,"
Okay, that
which makes it not gay.
Right.
Oh yeah.
100%. I checked all this out with our lawyers.
So we're doing some new headshots and some new pictures. Because the last
Doing new
time-
headshots, I laugh at that. We've never had headshots.
Well,
We've done headshots before.
yeah. Remember the ones we did? They printed it.
I don't look at
They
those
were on
headshots. I don't look at those as headshots.
It was the
were-
front page of the newspaper.
of the Orlando Sentinel next to like some bombing in Iran or something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we bombed something in Iran, and then it was.
Which, by the
us.
way, has been going on for way too long.
yeah.
Get your S together, Iran.
Yeah.
We've been like, there's been bombs
My
going on
God.
too long.
too many,
Right.
too much unrest.
But that was the last time, and we were bigger than Tracy's
Oh,
been
God.
hounding us. Like, get some new headshots. Then SJ's like, we need the new thumbnails on YouTube are
Well,
all
we're
about the headshots, and you.
Yeah, that's why they had to use the front page of the newspaper because they couldn't use it in a magazine because you guys were just too big.
We were fatter. We're a lot fatter then. But yeah, we need, like, we're going away on our videos on YouTube. We're going away from like AI imagery because it is known that it tests poorly.
Also,
with people, so
Daniel's changed his entire look. Where we put out these press kits and these stuff, and then there's like Tom and Dan. There's a fat Tom and a fat Dan, and all of a sudden it's like, who's this guy with cancer and this biker?
Cancer and the biker.
Like leukemia man and biker now. What the
It's
hell?
biker and AIDS cop. Biker and AIDS cop.
It's like we don't even look
In the
like ourselves.
morning.
So it's like we need new headshots to
Real
put out
radio
there.
weather, biker and AIDS cop, brought to you by
The White Cells Angels.
the White Cells Angels.
I don't know.
That's pretty good. You got the goods.
That's
Oh,
fantastic. That beard looks good on you. I love it.
And so Tony's in here taking some shots. By the way, if you want some new headshots,
This could be you.
or
This could be you, yeah.
relation, like engagement photos, wedding photos.
Wait, well, you were going to say relation photos.
If you need relation,
You need relation photos.
you know, picture of your old lady.
Yeah, or any of your
If you want,
partner.
I mean, if you want me to take photos of you fighting with your wife, we can get that
Yeah.
done.
Okay.
Tony is a professional photographer.
Maybe we
am.
need to look at. Maybe that's what we need to do. Think outside the bun a little bit. Maybe we need to.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to, like fight photos.
Yeah.
No one's doing fight photos.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Divorce photos.
Yeah, who's doing tribute photos where you take a picture of your wife for you to, later, put a little something on it. Tribute. It's called tribute. I see it on the pornos. It's called tribute. It's
Hold on.
disgusting, but it's.
Hold on, what do you mean tribute?
You never heard tribute? Okay. If we're going to go down,
Apparently,
hold on.
yeah.
Allow me to open the door.
Yeah.
Apparently, you've never been in the Tom and Dan Discord group.
No, I want to get in there. They booted us out because
Yeah,
we were
they
making
booted us
fun
out.
of the red, irritated beggars.
It looks
And they
like
kicked us out.
Okay,
all these,
Tom is not wrong. We got booted out of the Tom and Dan Swingers Discord
I'm still in it,
because
yeah.
we were making fun of some of the men that exposed their peckers, and they were very inflamed.
Is it a penis or an old shark that's been in a lot of
Yeah,
fights and
sunburned
scars?
shark.
You got a lot of
Yeah,
scars.
It looks like a sunburned
Great.
mole rat.
And then everybody got all their feelings hurt, and they kicked us out. And I
think
wanted to be in there.
I think it was me because some guy shared a video rather of his old lady, his wife,
Yeah.
with Joe Biden aviators on. And it was a golden shower crazy. And I was like, this is wild. I was like, this is wild.
Don't kick me out. No, the biker's talking ass. I'm
Kick
in
the
there.
biker out. Bikers love that kind of stuff.
So if you want to get photos of you golden showering your wife,
Would you do that?
I mean,
if
yeah.
somebody called you and said, hey,
In this economy?
my wife loves Joe Biden and his glasses, and she wants to wear Joe Biden aviators and fall off a bike while I golden shower her, would you take the photos?
in this economy, man, I
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
needs to
Tony
do.
will take a picture of anything.
I hear you.
Calm down, man.
Now that I mention it, I think about it, I'll take a picture of anything. I got my cell phone. It's just as good. I'm joking. It's not.
That's your buddy. That's your friend there. That's your friend that got you fired from multiple jobs. Right there. That's your buddy that gets you fired.
I'm joking. Obviously, it's not because you can tell by the photos, and I can't do what Tony can do. Which
Question from the
I'm
chat
mad
room.
at because I should be able to do it, but I can't.
We have a question from the chat room. It says, do those tribute guys really think the ladies get psyched when they do that?
Okay, well, back to trivia. Explain to me what it is.
You print out a photo of. It's kind of hard to do with our landlord sitting on our couch outside.
Okay.
But I'll do it. I'll power through. It's going to change what he thinks about me. But I'll do it.
We've been here for 10 years. He's fine with whatever
so
we
it
say.
is a photo.
He's like, these guys must say some crazy thing. Who knows? We've been renting this place for 10 years.
It's a photo that you print out of someone you desire.
Or you use your iPad.
Which is a step too far.
No, actually, no. Like that's less of a tribute. If you use a digital photo, you need a printed paper photo.
Some would say that if you're willing to get whatever I'm talking about on your iPad, that's a better tribute.
Yeah.
But they're
not lighting candles to the photo. They're doing other
they're
things.
gonna release on the paper.
And
then you're gonna take a photo of the paper and then put it online to say like, I desire this person so much that I have paid tribute to them by taking a photo of me soiling this computer paper. Is that good?
Yeah.
So pretty good.
That's the gist of it.
Pretty good example.
How often does the actual person in the photograph take that as a compliment as opposed to take it as like a creepy insult?
Can I give you the real answer?
It feels like it would be like a 80 to 90% creepy insult, small percentage tribute, but I would take that as a tribute for sure, 100% of the time.
Because you're that type of person.
Maybe I'll be like, wow.
You're made for this. Like if our listener started sending you these, you'd be like, wow, these guys love the show.
I like that.
So this is how I've seen it, all right? I haven't.
You got very southern there.
I haven't
This is how I've seen it.
The mustache.
This is coming from old Mississippi, Mongiat.
It's the mustache, is my disguise. The way I've seen it is, especially on the Tom and Dan Discord group, they take the photos that the ladies have already posted. You know what I mean? And they do a tribute to that. So I feel like the ladies do feel like they're into it. I feel like they are into it. It's different as if you take a photo of the girl at Starbucks and then show her like, hey, look at what I did. I did a tribute to you.
We had Modern Plumbing in earlier today, our client, modernpi.com. We should have asked them, the chat room is correct. We should have asked Modern Plumbing what to do with your tribute computer paper.
You cannot flush it.
Yeah, you can't.
It'll clog your pipes.
You can't. You cannot do that.
No, you just light it up. You use it as a torch.
Also, if you want a tip, and we can move on to another topic, don't use color. Use grayscale. It bleeds less.
Oh, really?
It bleeds less if you use grayscale. There you go. There's a tip.
All right, next topic.
I miss when we used to do the show like this, where we go like, next.
You became a citizen in the nick of time.
Dude, you were so close. You were so close to not being our friend anymore.
You called this what happened.
I've been so worried about it.
Yeah. I'm like, they're never gonna kick your door down and steal.
I've been very worried about you.
And you called, and then it happened. I was like, oh, he was right.
Anyway,
sorry. We'll move on.
Okay.
Next
we
topic.
got that one on. What's
skateboarding?
Oh yeah. What do you want to know?
I saw you skating yesterday. Some videos you released. You look great.
Thanks, man. It felt good. I like skating when it's cold because I can skate longer.
Are you a better skateboarder than Bam Margera? Because me and Daniel nearly got in a fight because Daniel said Bam Margera is a good skateboarder, and I was making fun of him. He's an old man. He's like barely got it in him.
I have to frame this a little bit better. I'm not saying that Bam is anywhere near where he was when he was skating as skinny Bam jumping off the building. Remember when he jumped off the building?
Dude, Bam was great.
But Bam was a great skater. Other skaters. My argument was to Tom, who doesn't skate, that other skaters who skate are saying, wow, look at this guy now. He's doing great. He's skating great. So that's all I can take. That's all I can take is what other people are saying. Now, are they being too generous? I don't know. I'm not a skater.
I think people are happy that he's out there trying. You know what I mean? Like, he's not at the level. If you were to put him and I side by side, I might actually take him because I've been skating steadily for the last, 10, 12 years or whatever. He's just now getting back into the rhythm of things.
But at his height, he was better.
Oh, no, my God.
Yeah.
At his height, he was amazing. He was great. He was a great skater. I used to love watching him skate. I wasn't, like, at my height, at my top, I was never close to what.
Okay.
Could
but
you
now,
make an argument?
Now it kind of evened out.
I like how
and he's only a year older than me.
Yeah, yeah.
He's 46.
Yeah, because there
45.
will come a time well, I will be able to push Emmitt Smith down the stairs. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. I like how like time's a great equalizer.
I don't know why I even picked Emmitt Smith. It's like,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Emmitt Smith a lot.
Yeah, the problem is you are on the same clock, so it's hard. But but you're right. Emmitt Smith will eventually become a frail old man. Now you're tailing behind him, but far enough that when he's the frailest, you can push
I'll
him down.
pop out of the bushes.
and then it's like, yes, finally, I'm better than Emmitt Smith.
I figured out why Emmitt Smith popped into my brain. This is something that bothers me.
Or
And
will he
Andrea.
die strong? Maybe some guys die strong.
Dude, he's gonna die strong. He looks great. You want to know why he looks great? In his free time now, and I think there's documentation of this. He did Dancing with the Stars, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
But he didn't just stop when he did Dancing with the Stars. I think, I could be wrong on this. This is an assumption. I think he started doing Dancing with the Stars, liked dancing so much, and he had danced before in football, so he's not a stranger to it. But he liked it so much that he's like, now I'm a dancer, and now I think
he continued on
because now when they announce him, they refer to him as Super Bowl champion, NFL legend, and professional dancer.
Really?
In a commercial. There's a commercial now that Andrea and I were watching, and they're like,
Well, technically.
and they're like, NFL superstar and professional dancer Emmitt Smith, and we're like, professional dancer? What? But he's been doing it.
Like he never stopped.
Yeah, but anybody that goes on that show is getting paid. At that point, you're a professional dancer.
Right, but no, he's good. He won it. I think he won.
And then
Dancing
he
with the
kept
Stars, and
going?
he's really good.
And
Like
then
he's a
and like he kept
legitimate
it-
good dancer.
Yeah, but what makes you a professional dancer?
Technically, it's just that you got paid, which
Right.
like I'm a former professional football player.
You are.
and
Right,
that's
right.
You are.
But it would
But you
be-
did get paid to play.
But it
the
would
game.
it would be insane to actually tell other people that because
Right.
then I would be insane.
Right.
Well,
because
he
it's
won.
not that.
He won Dancing with the Stars.
Technically,
he
it
went
is.
on their tour.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went on their tour and toured the nation, like presenting his dances. But then beyond
But
that,
then
I
kept
think in
going.
his personal life, he started doing classes, and like he would
Like
either
teaching
teach-
classes?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you are a professional
I think he's like
dancer.
a dancer now.
Yeah. So that qualifies it, and the fact that they even introed him as that,
I thought it
I'm
was
sure-
weird, yeah.
I'm sure he okayed that, and then
Right.
and by okaying it, like someone like Emmitt Smith who understands hard work and dedication is like, okay, I've put in enough work to actually label myself this. I don't think he's the type of guy that would just label himself that off of
Yeah,
one
he
Dancing with
won
the Stars.
it. He won it in 2003 or 2006 with Cheryl Burke. when
But
it
see,
was
I
still
wonder
super
if
popular.
he hears that, like you say, that was on a commercial. If he hears that, if he would cringe about the thought of him being a professional dancer. Would he consider himself a professional
Well,
dancer?
that's 20 years
No,
ago.
I
So
don't
like,
think he would.
If he continued on and doing just amateur classes for the past 20 years, like now that's a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
God, it's crazy that 2006 was 20 years ago, but if he is continuing on that long of a time, you could label yourself as a professional dancer. Like even
I think he's continued to do it.
yeah.
It's
And-
weird because, like, going back to skateboarding, like if I kept doing, or if I was really into my YouTube channel and I was getting money from that, technically in financial talk, you would be considered a professional skateboarder, right?
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
I would never call myself that because I feel like in that world, being professional, it's more of the skill that you have. As
It's
a
a
skateboarder.
different level
right?
that you've not achieved.
Exactly, but there are people that consider themselves professional skateboarders just because they're getting money off of YouTube or whatever, but they're not as skilled as your professional skateboarders.
Yeah.
Like the guys that have their names on boards and shoes and things like that.
Yeah, but nowadays, if you're, producing content and your skateboard content and you're getting paid from that, and look how much better you are than the person who doesn't know how to skate at all. Like you're in a gigantic head of them, and now you're way under the pro skateboarder. But you could almost I would give you a pass if you started doing this hardcore and making money, and then you're like, hey, I am a photographer and part-time professional skateboarder. Like I would,
I know, but I would never call because
No, I understand.
In the
Yeah.
industry, it wouldn't be it's not as accepted. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just
Yeah.
calling yourself a pro because you got a check for $100 from
yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah.
like-
But a lot of YouTubers do that now.
They
and
do,
like-
and that's the thing. It's sad
Yeah.
because they do that.
And it kind of cheapens it, I guess,
Yeah,
a little bit.
it does.
I was talking, like, this is what I was kind of talking to about with our guest from Modern Plumbing that we had on.
Yeah.
I was talking about how the internet, like, I don't think that those of us are sort of in our 40s, me, nearing the end of my 40s, the internet's still sort of a new thing to me. So the way that I address it, the way that the relationship I have with it, rather, is different than like young people or my daughter or your sons even, where I feel like they are better equipped to handle things that are said on the internet naturally in a better way than I am. Like if you say something on the internet and I read it, as a dumb old man, when I read that as you coming, like you saying it, like, you know what I mean? Whereas like younger people, when they read it, I think they read stuff on the internet as if it's in its own fairy tale land. It's not even real.
Yeah.
They do weight it heavily, or differently, not more heavily. They weight it, I think, lighter. They're like, oh, no, that's the internet. The internet is not reality. Versus the internet is an extension of communications of reality. I don't think a lot of young people treat it that way. I think what is in the internet stays in the internet, and they are a little more compartmentalized naturally.
It's a thought or something that has nothing to do. It's like until someone says, I kind of look at it like that. Until someone says
it's
comment
a better
to
way
my
to,
face,
that
is a actual comment. Comments on the internet is a thought.
Well, you're right. It's none of your business.
That I actually discount almost 100%. It's like, who cares what the person thinks?
I wonder if it's because of like the internet today now involves a lot of like things that will go away within 24 hours, or like things that you look at for 5 seconds and move on. So for the younger generation, like that's just what it is. For us, we grew up reading forums, going to boards, going to
they mean more to us.
It's a magazine article. It's like live forever.
It means more to us because everything we truly had wasn't rooted in the internet. Like the concept of having something that A, isn't tangible, and is B, also is fleeting and falls and goes away, that's like not permanent. That's a newer concept to me.
Yeah. That's why old people are getting fooled by fake news so much back, even 10 years, 20 years ago, is like because every news organization was legitimate when they were young.
Right.
And it's like if you consider yourself a news organization, then what you were reporting had to be the facts. And then so they were confused by it when they saw an article or something, even if it's like a BS news outlet, they're like, oh, this has to be the fact. It's written.
Yeah.
And then so that, obviously we'll eventually die out of all that.
Yeah. I'll die. We'll have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. All right. Moonjet Photo.
Yeah. Spell that for people, because I've had people ask.
Mongiat photo.com.
Mongiat.
Photo.com. And also on Instagram at Mongiat Photo.
Yeah. And the best photos you will get, the best valued photos you will get working with the best photographer, who isn't just a photographer, he's a good human being.
Yep. And we will be right back. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got the guys from Tactical Brewery here.
Hey!
Chris and Doug are here hanging out.
Oh, it's not working? Oh my God. I owe you guys a blast. There we go. All right. There we go.
And they're here to talk about a beer fest that's going on in Baldwin Park.
It's a good one, too.
January 31st.
Is this the third year that you guys have been doing Faded Kingdom?
So this is actually the fourth year that
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
This beer fest, this is this a 70+ tapper? Is that what we're doing?
Man.
Yeah. This is a big boy.
Yeah.
Right in our backyard. Like, actually, I could throw a football there.
Yeah.
And I don't throw footballs well. So that's how you know it's close. That's how you know it's close.
Yeah, we're fortunate. It's actually one of the largest beer festivals in Florida right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we capped the ticket sales at 1,300 people. And then we bring in another 1,000 or 2,000 people for the actual block party. The block party is free to attend.
Okay.
So we have like 30 vendors, food vendors, really good ones like Speakeasy, the Pass Kitchen, Mohawk, everything you can imagine.
Kitchen's really good.
Oh, dude, they kill it.
And then we have medieval like knights that come out and beat the crap out of each other in the middle of the beer fest.
We've had the medieval knights on the show before.
Okay, sweet.
And then we talked about this in we should talk to him again too, because I met some Swedish boy that does this, and
He did.
I remember hearing that.
He came home with a story. He's like, hey, I met a Swedish boy in a sauna.
It's an armored MMA fighting.
And he does armored MMA fighting, and he's going to be on the show. He's my buddy now. And I was like, wow, all right. Okay. So you went to Sweden, and you started talking to boys, and now we have all these guys to interview for our
In
show.
Europe, it's fine to talk to teens. That's an American thing. Goddamn uptight Americans. I'll talk to teens abroad anytime.
In Europe, you can smoke cigarettes and drink with teens.
Yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
uptight Americans. Anyway, sorry.
Now that we got that out of the way.
So where can you buy tickets for this?
So the tickets are available on Eventbrite. If you just go to our Instagram at Tactical Brewing, you can find all the information. Also at Faded Kingdom has its own Instagram as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been posting all the breweries that are coming. We invite over 50 breweries from around the country. Some of the best beer from around the country.
And
then
friends of yours, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
kinda
we
the
like
way-
know them,
Yeah,
know them,
that's
know
kind
them.
of the way I look at this. Is like where this is a different beer fest than any other beer fest that I've seen. Is it very much slaps of you guys are just selfishly inviting buddies of yours that make the best beer, and you're like, hey, can you guys come? And it seems more collaborative. Is that correct?
100%.
100%. And then on top of those 50 breweries, we also have all the Orlando breweries. So another 20 something breweries that are in the area that want to participate as well.
But for our real beer heads out there, this is your opportunity to get. I would say the kind of way I look at it is like you're having beer guys that make beer, not just beer guys. Because they have different categories of beer guys. You guys are like one of my top tier beer guys because you're beer guys, but you make beer. And the beer guys that make beer then invite their friends that make good beer. It kind of like eliminates the amateur hour aspect of this. It's all out.
Yeah.
You're only getting like guys that are 100% in it and doing it actively and love it. Is that?
Yeah,
You
100%.
could you could literally put a blindfold on and you're not going to have a bad beer that day.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so much beer. And a lot of these beers are going to be hyper rare just of the locale, right?
Oh yeah, these are like the kind of things that people are like trading online for and stuff like that you can't actually find in, even like 3 or 4 states away from here. So they're going to be bringing the best of the best that they can possibly do.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is trending in beer right now? Have we finally settled down? Because I feel like beer went through a phase like Choppers did in the early 2000s. Like, I'm a motorcycle guy, I love
Right.
motorcycles. But I, too, got very tired of, like, remember when
I like
motorcycle...
the firefighter one
Yeah.
where the carburetor is a
you're
little
right.
fire hydrant.
He loved it. He's OCC through
I
and
like-
through. Yeah. In fact,
I like
he
the Batman. I like the Superman.
Around here, I have to call him Paul Senior.
Rose chairs.
He does. Sometimes he rips the door off. You know what? We should start running our business like
yeah.
old school 2002 Orange County Choppers.
Yeah, we need a big
What
glass.
do you mean that carburetor's not coming in today?
Yeah. I like it when everything's themed too. Like the Lego bike.
Yeah.
Look at the gas tank's a Lego brick.
This motorcycle's called the Black Widow.
Because I can understand it, you see?
Yeah.
It's all Black Widow spiderlings. Like, it's easy for me to understand. Anyway, so to answer Daniel's question, what is the new trend in beer?
I mean, it's still you still have your big staples. You like your hazy IPAs, your big stouts, sours are always going to be huge. There's a huge uptick on lagers, I'd say these days,
Yes, yeah.
which is great because like over the last 10 years, people are really starting to hone it in.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
you guys are saying that because no BS, you make one of the best ones I've had.
Well,
Thank you.
Like
very
seriously, like if I had to pick right now, I'm triggering myself. That's how easily I can trigger myself with
This
food.
one?
This base lager, that's the one I'm telling you about.
Okay.
Tom, that's just great. Me and Mike Aiello sat over at Tactical, and we were getting into trouble with that beer because it's just such a crispy, yummy. It's so refreshing and good, and it's one of my favorite beers. Well done, y'all.
Well, thank you.
Thank
man.
you.
That is
Appreciate
a delicious beer. Why are lagers so popular right now? Have we finally done craft beer long enough for people to go like, we got to go back to the stuff that's really hard to make?
I think it's a little A, little B, where like a lot of the people who have been in it for a long time are just finding things that they just want to sip on. You know what I mean? Whereas it's also like a really good intro for people who are just starting to get into it. It kind of like hits both demographics pretty well on that.
Yeah, craft beer got to the state where it was just people were trying to make the most ridiculous beers that they possibly could.
And we still do.
And we still do, but some of that became
shout out Glitter Beer is still.
Right.
I mean,
What
one
are you
of
talking
the
about?
prettiest beers you guys have ever
thank you.
done. That's a beautiful beer.
it is. It's like a edible chandelier.
Yeah, it's so pretty. My daughter even. I showed her. I'm like, look at that. She's like, oh, I like beer. I'm like, maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know what.
tell her to
Yeah,
do.
what am I doing? I'm a bad parent.
The European teens know they
Yeah.
drink beer.
We love glitter beer.
How long has Tactical been around now? Because I remember when
Are
you
we
guys.
at 6?
We're actually in our 8th year right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my
so we
God.
just turned 7 in November.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Congratulations, y'all.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
It's a long
Yeah.
time to do anything, especially something that you make that people put in their bodies.
It still weirds me out. Yeah. Like the fact that people like it that much and that they support us that much is just, it's such a blessing.
If you had to pick, what one reason would you say? Do you think that people keep coming back? Because Because I think that breweries are one of those things that when people start them, people are like, I don't know, man. Good luck. Because it's hard.
Food
service is hard.
And it's not getting easier, too.
No,
I mean,
no. Small businessing
Yeah.
is, and Tom said this yesterday and says it every day. Small businessing right now has never been harder to do.
Yeah,
across
absolutely.
the board. It's never been harder.
Right.
I think it's just that, be not to sound all corporate, but like be consistent. And there's so many variables. Like luckily the liquid's good. Everyone has a great time in the tap room. The artwork speaks for itself. Like it's just a whole culmination of things that I think just really resonates with people.
And you guys are moving, right? Like to a bigger. Like, can we talk a little bit about like the location and how that happened? And like, so how do you? Did you guys always want to make it bigger? Was that always the plan, or like?
Eventually, yeah. We're kind of outpacing our plan, but we can't. Baldwin Park's one of those things where it's the same developer owns everything.
Yeah.
So when one spot's up for lease, like you got to jump on it. We had actually been eyeballing that space for about 4 years now, and we didn't know if they were going to leave. They were going to leave. They weren't going to leave.
Yeah.
And the landlord came up to us. They're like, "Hey, they're leaving. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So
Yeah. It's.
I remember when that happened and you guys moved in because there's some T&D history there. So where Tactical is, before that, it was Caddyshanks. And then that's where we did our first podcast meetups there.
True.
Because it was closest to our second studio, which was Daniel's house.
It was walkable, yeah.
And so we started doing meetups there, and then that turned into Tactical, and then obviously we got this this current day studio, which could be going away. Which leads me to my next question is, do you still have that room in the back of Tactical that we could use as a studio?
You have a room. Can you put us in that?
Yeah.
I know you guys have one of those rooms.
I'll sweep at night.
Yeah, you need one of those rooms where you have like the blast door.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
keep all the grain from exploding.
Yeah, we can
put
just
us in the
put you in the
grain
mailroom.
room.
Yeah.
Put us
It'll
in the
never
gr-
explode.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
And like because we're gonna be we're not gonna have a studio. Like, look, I'll roll the dice on whether or not we explode.
Yeah.
I'll
Put us
do
in the
it.
blast room.
Yeah. That's exciting, right? Like, I don't even know one spark for my podcasting equipment.
Oh my God! Don't smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
We love smoking weed.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
Oh my God, Tracy Morgan blew up Tactical because Tom and Dan were in the back doing an interview with him, and he blew the doors off the blast door.
It's a good way to go, though.
The new spot will have a stage and everything like that too. If you guys ever want to get frisky on the
a stage?
yeah.
So with expansion, with room, you guys say because you've always had an either a food truck or an entertainment component to what you guys do, doing a lot with a little, I would say.
Yeah.
So now you're able to have like some of the things you've always wanted to bring. So more live music, I would imagine. Are you gonna have a kitchen? Is that something?
We're gonna have 5 different food concepts.
like food hall kind of a thing.
Essentially, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. It's awesome you're expanding, and and Daniel's right. Like nowadays, running a small business is harder
hard.
than ever.
It's so
And
hard.
you know what I hate about it is that just like you
We
said,
bring other small businesses in and we tell them what we hate about small business.
Well, because they're like, oh yeah, consistency, hard work, the grind, all the stuff, and then they end with, and you need a little bit of luck. And I'm like, what?
You put that up front.
Well, what
For
the
sure.
hell? That's outside of my control. I can't control. Luck is BS anyway. What do you mean a little bit of luck? I think, oh yeah, you need a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
So what the hell? I can't control
And then
that.
sometimes if they're super crazy, they'll be in a pinch of fairy dust. I'm like, you get the hell out of my face.
Well, I
That's
can
what
do
we use
all.
for glitter.
I can do all the other stuff. Are you saying it's still outside of my control, even if I do everything else right? And it is. God damn. Well, because that means if no matter what I do, the little bit of luck is outside of my control, and that component I have no, it's like winning in the NFL. Like the goddamn Josh Allen tries his hardest and still
I
no
can make
Super
it worse
Bowl.
for you too. When they say, and a little bit of luck. That doesn't mean good luck. I mean, that could be. It could be good luck.
Yeah,
See, that's
both.
that's on the bingo card somewhere.
Yeah.
First of all, scratch out the center, you get a free space, and then everything else, it could be bad luck.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again,
Well, that's exciting, you guys. So, yeah, let's recap. Faded Kingdom. If people want tickets, the easiest way, Eventbrite, and just type in Faded Kingdom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. You guys know Eventbrite has a better app now where you can, like, take your tickets and kind of, like, I have some events that I'm going through later. It's super easy to do, so do that. Are there VIP and special tickets you can get? Or
So the VIP are all sold out.
I had a feeling.
We have GA tickets left, and then once we hit 1,300, we'll stop selling. So I'd imagine that'll happen next week before the event. So we probably won't be selling any tickets the day of.
There you go.
Yep.
So if you want your tickets, I would Eventbrite / search Faded Kingdom now and scoop them up because this is truly limited.
All right, let's end this interview with talking toughness. Who's the former military man? Oh, yeah. So, Doug, let's talk about it. How tough are you? Because I often wonder, and then
Is this how you started the conversation with the Swedish boy in the sauna? Hey, Swedish boy, how tough are you?
And I'll preface this by saying my wife often gets mad at me because I'm not romantic enough. I don't,
Cuddle.
you've heard all the stuff. I don't compliment her enough. I'm not a good husband. All that. And then I say, well, because then I have to go through all my friends that I know around me, and then I'm like, well, they're not good either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you run us all down?
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course I do.
That sucks.
Because then I'm like, well, what do if everybody I know, I'm doing the same as they're doing, then what you want is unachievable, like some, fairy tale.
Unachievable.
Oh, yeah. So I'll say, you say
Tough man, right?
Let's call the whole thing off.
And then I start, so I'm on this mission to be as tough as possible, right? So then,
But that's not what she asked for. She wanted.
Wow.
I think she wants you to be more sensitive. What I hear
about that.
If you're just tuning in, what I heard was your wife wants you to be more sensitive and caring, and you're like, well, I don't care. I'm gonna be tough. I won't be tough.
I'll be the best at it. My pop-up
You
will
want
be
how
proud
tough
of.
I am.
My pop-up.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna suck it. You know what
I
I
know
mean?
he won't.
I'm just saying. God bless him. He would kill me if he heard that. He'd hold me down.
Yeah.
bayonet
Well,
my
I'm doing
neck.
this for my sons. I'm trying to teach my sons how to be tough. I'm not making them tough. I just want to see me be tough, and then they be tough. Anyway, so then I start, I got to be tough as possible.
And you want to be Doug tough.
So then I'm like, yes, because that's my
Because the military tough is the highest
delusion.
level of tough?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's other because I look at all these other people. I'm like, God, they're
I can
all
make
tough.
an
I
argument
wanna
that
be like
owning a
them.
brewery might be tougher than what he did in the military. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
But then I'm thinking, well, maybe
I don't know.
Just like my friends who aren't doing romantic stuff, I have this delusion of what other men are doing that's tougher than I am, and they may not be as tough as I think they are. So I'm trying to be this unrealistic tough that no one is.
But how much time are you wasting thinking about it?
I waste a lot of time. I love wasting time.
Tough.
No, I got out like 15 years ago, so I'm not like Marine tough anymore.
Oh,
but,
okay. So
I mean, my 1.5-year-old son like shit all over me this morning. That was. And you know what? I didn't even complain. I thought that was pretty tough too.
Okay, well, I can do that. I can deal with some poo-poo. My business partner's pooping all the time. Hats and things.
talking about?
I don't care about that. Yeah. Then when my sons were little, one time I remember eating a sandwich and I was like, I taste poo-poo. And I realized I changed their diaper and I saw poo-poo in my thumb. And then I didn't care about that. So I'm like, all right, poo-poo is fine. What else are you doing this tough? Anything that I...
Nowadays, not much, man.
Running a small business. I would say that this is
Yeah,
hard.
honestly, man, I've seen the toll it takes on you too, man, and you kill it. But it's a lot.
Okay, well, I do that, and I'm running a half marathon this Sunday, so
There we
that's
go.
pretty good. All right, so tougher than Doug. I just want to throw that out there, right?
I agree.
But you could probably beat me up using your marine knowledge.
Use
and
some
stuff.
techniques.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy,
That's
anything
fine.
goes for this guy.
Yeah, but that guns even out everything.
about to grab the armor.
Nowadays, muscles don't matter as much.
No.
Like everybody's got guns, and then you're like, all right, now we're even again, right? What are you talking about? This is how I think about it all the time, every day. Anything else? Do you do any tough mutters or anything like that?
I've done all that stuff. I mean, I
don't do
go to
that.
the
Gay.
gym.
I used to do that. So I used to run races like you do. I used to run these little girl races like you do because little girls need, medals and achievements and trophies for their rooms. But I don't need that because I'm Doug and I'm tough.
Yeah. Is there anything else I'm not seeing? Like you're doing the Joe Rogan ice baths and all that stuff?
I do a cold plunge if I can every now and then, but yeah, it's
God, too
You
cold.
do-
I
you
like a
just
hot.
kettlebells.
It's
It's a kettlebell guy. Are you a
I
kettlebell
like a
guy?
hot plunge. I do one hot
Bathtub.
plunge. It's twice a week, and it's relaxing.
Oh, so you're doing the opposite.
It's real hot, but then I get out and I'm like, oh, too hot.
I love the idea of him.
I
He
sit on
wants
the
to
edge.
be tough. Meanwhile, his idea of tough, he's in a hot jacuzzi. There's his son's toys all on the bottom of it. He's stepping on G.I. Joes.
Tough
Nothing
those
says
souls.
tough like a toy field
'Cause
jacuzzi.
I don't make him clean it up. I'm sorry, Doug. Again, the Beer Fest, January 31st, right here in Baldwin Park.
Get your tickets.
One of Florida's biggest, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when can we expect the you guys moving? Or is there a timeline yet? Or
So we get possession of the space April 1st, and so I'd say about 10 months to build out.
Does it worry you that you get the space on April Fool's Day?
A little bit,
we made the
yeah.
joke.
Well, they just
I hate that. I hate it when people do it. I think that day should almost be like we don't do any. Give it a national holiday so no one will be fooled.
Yeah.
Everyone go home and just be with their families that day.
Like the leash just dissolves on that one day.
Yeah.
But also, I haven't seen a good April Fool's Day prank in a long time
No.
because the internet has turned into every day's April Fool's Day.
Correct.
Right.
So everybody's skeptical of everything, and it's taken April Fool's Day away from us.
It has.
Because the internet,
But this
and
year we're
social
taking it
media,
back.
It's impossible. It's already gone. It'll never be because
No.
everything we see is like that's AI. This is fake, and so we're just conditioned to know or to question everything now.
But that's where your thinking is wrong. The new April Fools will be you doing something that's real.
okay, all
You
right.
see?
Genuine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're like, hey, we have to do something outlandish. You'd be like, hey, we just, I don't know, we bought a Lamborghini. And people are like, it's April Fool's. Like, no, we literally, our family's going to kill us.
Yep.
Because we took every bit of collateral we have and we bought a brand new Lamborghini with money we don't have.
just do something physical.
And this is our last show.
Yeah, this is our final show.
Yeah, $6,500 a month payment. So goddamn, we own it for 2 months. Then the repo is coming, but I know how to hide it. I used to be a repo guy. You
He
gotta,
did.
yeah.
It used to be a
I think they'll come in your garage for a Lamborghini though. Like they have, if something's so expensive, they was like, we're above the law. I think that's true.
And this might be because of you. We get into here. I think that my algorithm is inundated with people that are beating the repos. So, like, my algorithm now is nothing but ladies whose cars are up on the repo, like the thing, and they drive it off, breaking their car and the repo. I love it. It's my favorite thing. They drive
I love
away.
driving off the flatbed.
They drive off the, it's that device.
Oh,
that
they
you
get the
roll
front
under
two tires?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you
Oh,
get
okay,
the
yeah,
front
yeah.
tires. And the lady will be on it, and the guy always, and it's not the same guy, but they always say the same thing. And they're always like a fatter guy that looks like DJ Khaled, and they have the little Bluetooth in their ear, and they're like, no. And the lady's always tearing their device or what, like they're tearing it apart.
Yeah.
And no. And then and then the lady drives away. And it's always more than likely it's a Hyundai or a Kia in every
Oh, yeah. The ones that can definitely withstand
It's
it.
the,
Yeah.
it's the SUV.
Who's videotaping it? Just like a bystander that's watching all this happen.
You know, it's a great question. Normally, it's like the repo's buddy, which is what Tom did.
Yeah.
It's a two-man.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
of the teams
Yeah.
are two-man teams because it can get a little sketchy.
And the repo buddy, 100% of the time on pain pills.
well, you can
No,
see
no,
the
that's
hand. You
unreal.
can see the phone shaking like
Shaking
that.
cam.
Tactor Brewery, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Doug, Chris,
Appreciate
Thank you all so
guys.
much.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for having
being
us,
here,
man.
y'all.
and we will see you tomorrow. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On the couch with us today, she's got a burlesque show, but it's a little bit different than normal burlesque.
Well, it's a
And,
showcase.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. It's open mic style, which is cool.
Well, I mean, like, I think she's here. She's going to talk about it. Lady Jaimz is here. Or James, can I just call you James?
You can call me James, Lady James.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, and you're from your burlesque troupe, or tell us what you're doing because I don't want to get it wrong. And
No,
I'm
you're fine.
this close to doing it.
So I transitioned from having a regular troupe, which was a cast of people that would meet and do a show on a regular basis, to a production group. So gone is the regular troupe. Gone are the regular rehearsals and the regular shows with the same people. I don't have to herd cats anymore, basically, is what it came down to.
Sure.
10 years of doing that was a lot. And when we started, there wasn't a place for kind of the misfits, and that's kind of what Corsets and Cuties became, was kind of the class clowns of burlesque. We just had a good time with ourselves, and, we weren't, like, strict about anything as
So
far as...
you and your burlesque troupe at the time,
Yeah.
Corsets and Cuties.
Yeah.
I'm glad, because that is what I was going to say,
Yeah.
but then I second-guessed it, and I'm like, oh,
No,
my God,
that's
is she
it, yeah.
connected to a different... So you did that for how...
10 years.
It's a long time.
It is a long time, especially in the world of burlesque and Central Florida, which is so transient. Everything turns over 2 or 3 years into
Sure.
into something.
Yeah.
So when we started it, there wasn't a place for those people or the underrepresented. And, being theme park employees, you either fit the princess or the mother. There's no in between, or there's the fairy godmother kind of a look.
Yeah.
So
I like it when the princess and the mother team up.
Yeah, I do too.
If you know.
I like that too.
that's a whole different thing.
And then
I like
the
that
mother
too.
shows
Yeah, I like
the
godmother,
princess.
Yeah.
How to,
yeah.
the
Let me
boyfriend.
teach your boyfriend how to do this.
Yeah.
That-
That's my full fantasy.
Yeah.
When I see
But
those,
I want the fairy godmother from like Disney, the one in the blue.
I have done as well.
the blue,
yeah.
because I want her, because what's under the cloak?
I mean,
You don't really know.
She's full on commando under there.
Yeah,
At least
yeah,
I
could
was
be,
when
could
I
be.
did it. I was. I had to do it for a wedding. Strangely enough, it was fun.
You did the fairy godmother burlesque at a wedding?
Not burlesque,
Okay.
just the fairy godmother, because it was a Disney themed wedding, and they hired me. It was a whole thing. It was
But then,
fun.
hold on. So
Oh,
like-
I forgot. Outside of burlesque, you've
I
just
do a
been
lot
a
of stuff.
actress.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot.
hold on for this wedding, and we'll go back to the show. And
That's
again,
fine.
We're gonna have so many questions. We're gonna go all over the place.
I
So
love
let's-
it. I love it.
Let's
Okay.
do the good stuff first, and then we
Just-
can do the bad stuff.
So where is the show on Sunday? And then when I want to ask you about the fairy
Sure.
godmother.
The show Sunday is at the Dust, and this is our first showcase. We're going to do a monthly showcase where we are inviting all kinds of burlesque. So it can be established performers who want to work on new routines or do a number they haven't gotten to do again. It can be up and comers. It can be guest artists. I already have interest from people coming into town from other places. And it's the last Sunday of every month. The Dust, which is underground at Lake Eola, right there next to World of Beer. Todd Ulmer is amazing. We've performed there quite a bit, and Peekaboo has been there for many years with Blue Star, my mentor.
yeah, love Blue Star.
Yeah,
Shout out.
absolutely. And a lot of those people have performed with me and vice versa. So we're giving a space to a stage to people who need the space to perform, and that's what I started Cuties as. And as burlesque has come up in Central Florida, there has been a huge growth.
It's big now, right?
It's like 23, 24 groups here in Orlando alone, which is
Can
crazy.
you believe that? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get you on to talk about it, because
Yeah.
I did not. I was like 20 to. I mean, and if you Google it, you will see multitudes
So
of
many.
groups.
And there's different kinds of groups, which is great. That's why I wanted to create a space too where we can all come play with each other. It's not
Yeah.
a lot of times that we get a chance, unless you're guest starring, or some girls are in various different groups at the same time. So we can all play together and kind of learn from each other and
I wouldn't
support
do that.
each other.
If I was a group, I'd lock you down. I'd be like, "You're part of my group. You can't go to be
James,
doing the other
It's
group."
really hard to be exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question that may seem disrespectful.
I've been asked every question.
This is his specialty.
Okay.
His specialty is asking women disrespectful questions.
It may seem disrespectful to the art. It may seem like I'm
Maybe you're just uneducated.
ignorant.
Let me help you.
Yeah. Is this where you scream,
Oh.
"What is it?" and you chop
No,
your
no, no,
crotch
no.
like D-Generation X,
Every-
WWE?
And just to let the audience know, and they may already know, but every question I ask comes from a place of ignorance.
That's fine. There's a
It's
lot
all
of people.
ignorance.
Always keep in mind the intent of his questions is to appear
yeah.
stupid.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people learning, and you can learn.
And then, but the ignorant question sometimes comes off as an insult. Like
What the hell do you do?
Okay, now
Like
you're
I'm-
setting it up. Go ahead.
Now he's
like it's
quantifying
almost
it.
like I'm pre-planning the question, like as an insult, and but
No,
coming
no,
out, coming from a place of ignorance, but that's all planned.
Well,
as
I
an
would
insult.
ask you this: is your question something that you think maybe you can answer? Does your question need to be asked? If you don't ask your question, will it drive you crazy?
No.
Now, remember, I've been doing this for 2 years with the Monsters, so I have answered a lot
That's
of
true.
questions.
Yeah.
So
They hold
True.
back.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
been there before. I used to push the. I used to push them. They got
I
became
remember.
vanilla after I left.
They called him that afterwards. It's like, oh, these guys
who's
aren't
there?
pushed anymore now. The drunkies gone.
Oh,
That's what they said. That's what they said.
I was there to.
Yeah, they're like, what happened
ruffle
to
the feathers?
What happened to that straight shooter from the hip guy?
Yeah,
That guy who
I didn't
spun
care. I had
signs.
nothing to lose. In fact, I wanted to burn it down when I was there because I was so curmudgeon.
All right.
Anyway.
What's the question?
Yeah.
All right. The question is,
The password is.
Oh, gracious.
is the reason burlesque is so popular and there's so many different troops and in Orlando because you can get away with kind of like, all right, so it's more deeper than this. So you know how on Halloween
Yes.
there's a lot of women that will dress scantily clad.
It's an excuse to be a slutty mouse. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
And then I feel like maybe burlesque is in that same Venn diagram.
So you're saying
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a slut excuse?
Yeah,
No, I can
or the
understand.
stripping of like, it's like burlesque. I've always wanted to like kind of strip in a way or dance.
But the
and-
moniker of stripper is not as nice as burlesque.
Yes.
I got what you're saying. Okay, so there is a component of people being allowed to be a different personality, a different part of themselves, and a freedom to do that.
God, I hate to say this, but it's actually not a bad question.
No, it actually is. It's very
just
smart.
said terribly. It was
his
literally-
mind.
it was
Special is that?
literally like having a Wonka golden ticket delivered in a bucket of diarrhea. But here we are. We got it. It's not a bad question.
I understand where you're coming from, and there is some validity to that because
All right.
there is.
Let me put the camera on it. There we go.
I love validity.
Good job.
All right,
We
good
validate. Because there is a place where people have a little bit of fear to express that side of themselves, and burlesque definitely allows you to either create a whole new persona or express something that you don't get to do in your daily life. That's why a lot of theme park employees are actually burlesque performers, because they have to stay within that corporate box, and burlesque lets them explore other avenues of coming out and being a little more sexy or a different side of their persona they don't want to do in their regular life, or it's not, if they feel like it's not allowed in their regular life. And that's an avenue that burlesque gives you. Absolutely.
So with this show on Sunday, any performer.
Sounds like you're thinking of, dusting off your wife's
You want to
pasties
come
and
down?
heading on down.
I want to watch.
I want to watch. Did you hear when he said that? It was very
Absolutely.
scary. The last time I heard somebody say something like that, they said it like this: "I'm gonna get Greenland." He said it the same way. He said it the same way. I want to watch.
What's there for the taking?
Fistful of dollar bills.
Yeah.
Do
They got
it.
no way to defend themselves.
Do it.
Anyway, so if I want to just go by and then let's say I'm a lady or a man. I guess I could be
A
anything.
performer.
A performer.
Yeah, it could be. It's open at all.
Actually,
all genders.
on Sunday
and-
we
yeah.
have male, female, singers, dancers, whatever.
And then I want to perform on stage.
Yes.
Is
You
there
gotta put a
vet-
pasty on the tip of it.
is there any vetting process? Do I have to know what I'm doing?
Actually, I do ask people to come to me first if they're interested. It's not like you just show up and perform. It is a
Yeah.
curated show.
You got to dip
So-
the head of it in paint, and you're good to go after that. You're
So if
good.
anyone's interested, they contact me on our Instagram or our Facebook, whichever, and then I will build a show. So like Sunday's show has a variety. I want to make sure that there's a variety each time.
Okay.
And other, different facets are represented. So we don't just have the same note the whole show. We want to have something for everybody in the audience. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
Right. Oh God!
and
There's
how-
another guy. You show up, and they're like, "Oh, another tribute to America." It's Tom standing there. He's got his cowboy hat, two sparklers.
You
He's
see how-
sad.
Oh, please, Sam Eagle, all the way. Do it.
You can see
If
how
you're doing sexy Sam Eagle, I would pay $10,000. I don't have
Our
to do
July
that.
show. Let's do it.
Would you do Sam Eagle?
I will paint an American flag with an eagle flying past it with my wiener.
There is a space for that. Absolutely.
So what? How far can I go? I mean,
Well, okay, so there are blue laws in Orlando,
Yeah.
which means you have to have at least pasties and a G-string. In Lakeland, you can't even do that. So the performers in Lakeland come
screw
here.
you, Judd. Grady Judd.
Yeah.
Really? Is that all his doing?
The performers in Lakeland come to our show to perform so they can do a little bit
I want to
more.
start a rumor.
Hold
Grady
on.
Judd does not eat it. I'm going to start that rumor. There's
That's a
no way.
t-shirt.
There's no way that guy eats it because there's no way he has any fun. The outlawed pasties and G-string.
It has to be full bikini and full bottom coverage.
Grady,
in
you don't know
Lakeland,
what you're
yeah.
doing, you dumb
But
old
in
man.
Orlando,
Even with art, even under the guides of art.
well, if you're on stage reciting Shakespeare, I mean, I don't mind if I see some front and back crack.
I went to that. I went to that.
Brandon
I
went
am
to it.
so old.
No, I
that
remember.
went
That's exactly
to-
what I'm quoting.
I went to Club Wana.
Yes.
And I sat there front row by the stage while a beautiful drug addict woman
To be or
wore
not to be,
a
here's my
beautiful-
nipples. Yeah.
A beautiful meth or maybe cocaine addicted woman wore a plastic witch hat and stirred a plastic cauldron
Toil and
and
trouble,
pretended to be
yeah.
a witch in Shakespeare.
Macbeth, yeah.
in Macbeth.
Yeah.
And totally nude, right?
Totally nude.
Yeah, because it was like you could get away with it
Right.
if it was art.
Well, like the Orlando Fringe, there's shows every year that has full
Yeah, yeah.
nudity.
You
Yeah.
So
wanna
why
hear something
can't you
kind of
do it?
funny? You want to hear something kind of funny about that I've never
Why can't
told?
we do it?
I've never told this story before.
Please
I
tell.
got yelled at by our program director at the time that wasn't Catherine. It was, oh God, Carol Deadman.
Okay.
God, my brain's working. Carol Deadman yelled at me because I doxed all of the other newscasters and reporters that were there enjoying the show.
Oh, you
Because they
told
just
on
had
them?
footage And then I was like, oh, yeah, no, Warmouth was there. He was there. I was like, this guy was there. This guy was there. I was just saying it on the air. And they were like, don't do that. What are you doing? And
I love that.
I got into some trouble for doing that. But I enjoyed it because I'm like, well, they were there. It's not like I'm telling a lie.
I'll say anybody's name.
Well, we'll take anybody in our audience. How about that?
Okay, all
Do
right.
you get any newbies that reach out to you, or is that like
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a tall ask? Because I would imagine just on the rip, it is super scary to decide I want to do beginning burlesque.
Well, it's a step above even open mic stand-up comedy, where
Correct.
now you're performing and you're because there has to be some element of scantily clad with burlesque, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, the good thing about Orlando is that we have a couple different avenues that people can come up through. I have an amateur show every year, so I do get a lot of people reach out and perform in that. We have the Miss Monster show, so we have burlesque performers that come through there. And then there's
They're
also
still doing it. I'm joking.
second year in a row.
I think it's their pivot. I think this is their pivot.
Second year in a row. And then
Second year. I did it 20 years ago.
No, this is different.
different.
No pudding.
no pudding.
I know.
No,
what
that-
about the ping pong
This
ball?
is Miss Monster Burlesque.
No.
Not Miss
They don't
Monster.
do no ping pong balls.
But-
See, they lost their edge.
But here's what people don't know. You and we're going to do the real old school. We're bringing it back.
No, we'll do the ping
Yeah,
pong.
we're
but
the ping pong
We'll
guys.
do extreme,
Yeah,
whether you
yeah.
shoot it out.
Yeah.
I was a fatty at the fair, so I am old school.
Did you know that? I think last time you heard, you said that as you were leaving. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God.
Old school. But we also have the Burlesque Conservatory here in town, which is a fantastic conglomerate of a couple different burlesque groups that teach classes. And so there are people who come up through those classes, but they don't have a space to perform after they graduate.
Yeah.
Because you can't go from graduating and learning your stuff right into a troupe. You kind of have to, mold yourself and build your personality and build your skills and the business of show business. There's a lot that you have to do through experience. So that's the whole idea behind this showcase, is to give people that chance to work together and kind of figure out how it works and what's going to work best for you. It's not always going to be the same thing for each person.
What is the number one misconception you think people may have about what you do and burlesque?
That you make money.
Oh, right. So it's true art.
It is definitely an
I knew you
expensive
didn't
hobby.
make money. I would have wrote that down.
It's an expensive hobby. It absolutely is. Listen, I pay my people from my ticket sales, and when you see advanced ticket sales low at the beginning of promotion, you're really nervous that you're not going to be able to pay your people. They'll make their tips and everything, but you know how much an expense is for the costumes alone.
I do.
You need to perform that number a few times before you make back the money you put into
I
that.
have a greater understanding of costuming now than I ever have when my daughter's doing a dance.
Exactly.
And she got for the series of the last 3 years, she's been wanting to work with this one lady that makes these costumes. And then, but you have to be like one of the more serious dancers to do that, right? And so she got in to do it, and then the lady's like, "Oh yeah, we'll do it." And I'm like, "Oh, this is such a great
And each
thing.
number is a
oh,
different
baby,
costume.
I'm so happy for you." But the number they gave me for the amount that could be on the costume is I almost said the R word the R word you shouldn't say anymore. It's because that's I'm an old man, and that's where you revert back there when you're shocked by things. But
Yeah.
I was shocked. It's like $2,000.
Those Swarovski crystals are pricey, man. I tell
Yeah,
you.
and they're all done by hand. Like
But
all
yeah,
of that stuff is
exactly.
by. So like that costume is sewn by hand, cut by hand. Everything by hand, and then once it's done and fitted, they take it, you send it away, and then that lady by hand puts every little crystal on the front, every little crystal on the back, every little crystal on the train, every little crystal on the tail, the headpiece.
Within our community, we make a lot of our own costumes, or we work together with each other. And some girls will make pasties that we buy, and some girls do really good reveal, rip away kind of stuff. All that is very expensive. In addition to your hair, your makeup, traveling to and from all these different venues, taking time off from your regular job, or even just getting people to come and see you in the audience. All that stuff. Your social media. That's all investment to a 3 to 5 minute number that you're hoping will cover the cost of, maybe you getting there that night and a cocktail afterwards.
Because you were like working for tips at that time, right?
Well, like I
Sort
said,
of, or
this
no?
show, the performers will get a cut of the ticket
Right.
sales. So I want to pack that room, and that room only holds 60 people. It's a nice, intimate space.
Sure.
The dark room inside the dust. And like I said, Todd's been wonderful giving us the space to do it so that money can go back to the performers. So please buy advance tickets.
There you go.
So, as a spectator, let's say you go there, and you mentioned tips.
Yes.
So, I've never been to a true burlesque show.
Come down Sunday.
You
But
never
I've
went to
been
the Parliament House when they did theirs?
No, no.
Well, Parliament would be more drag.
More drag show.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
Yeah,
it's a
not,
little
You're right.
different.
It's not burlesque. It's
a little different.
It is different.
But each one has its own elements.
But I have been to a place that is kind of similar, where I sat by the stage and I had dollars.
You tip
If
the
know.
performers.
fair. I too have been to these places.
Which is burlesque adjacent, I say, is some form of
Burlesque
dance.
adjacent, I say. I like you're really British.
A lot of people will lump that.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will lump that in the same category as sex work because you are doing something sexy and you
Sure.
are working.
Okay, so now if I'm there this Sunday,
Yes.
should spectators bring dollars? Is it considered disrespectful? Because I feel like
These are, you know what? Again, I hate saying this, but that's
They're
actually a
good
really good
questions.
question because as a nervous person going there, because I'm sure this is new, this is weird.
Sure.
It's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a, I've never done this before, and I don't want to make an ass of myself. I want to do it
Right.
right.
because I don't want to be holding out $1 and be like, pick this up with your butt cheeks.
No,
There's
sir,
some
we
people-
don't do the butt cheek thing here.
Some people do.
Oh, you
Yeah,
see?
'cause you gotta feel out the room.
Now, you can sit up front and you can be a little bit more involved. You can sit towards the back and just kind of be,
this
a
guy,
little removed.
He's front of the stage, Tommy.
But with these,
But they're big, dark glasses, old
Yeah.
people cataract glasses.
Remember the drawing of the Unabomber? How it was like a hoodie
The
and there's
hood
dark
around,
That's what he
yeah.
looks like at
Yeah, yeah,
any
yeah.
type of sexy event. He's always got a gray hoodie over his head, big dark
hey, as
sunglasses.
long as you're holding up a 20, we're fine.
And then
yeah.
some D-head BDM always comes up and you're like, we know it's you, Tom. You're wearing your same
You're wearing your
TD.
sweatpants and no underwear.
Now, listen, we always have somebody at the front when we check people into the show to exchange your cash for tip money if you want to have singles and fives.
Oh, I like that.
We also do digital, so that's fine too.
God, they don't even do that at Kennedy Space Center. My daughter was bitching about my daughter's at Kennedy Space Center today.
Yeah.
She's like, Daddy, Kennedy Space Center, there was cashless.
Yeah.
That means they're woke. No, she didn't say that. I'm joking.
We
I'm
do
joking.
love the
She
element
did.
of being interactive and you being able to tip the performers. Sometimes they'll go through the audience during their number and take the dollars from you. Sometimes at the end of the number, they'll walk around with the bucket for you, or bucket, everybody calls them Phil the bucket.
Okay.
So there's an interactive element to it, or if you just want to do that digital tip, that's fine too. So we kind of make sure that everybody's comfortable in whichever level of involvement they want to be.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to get the word out.
Please.
That, they're like, hey, because some,
It would help.
the concrete
tips. Your
mics.
question helps tips, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Because especially this is okay. Hold on. I'm talking.
Are you
to
having
all-
a moment?
Yeah. I'm talking to all the
Guys,
dads.
he's taking his sweatpants off. My
I
God.
like taking my underwear off in my truck
I
in
do
the
too.
parking lot.
I like to after the show when
First
we
thing,
leave here.
oh my gosh, yes.
If you're out there after we're done with this, you'll witness it, both of us, and we look at each other and we thumbs up. We both slide our underwear down and drive home.
Well,
Uh,
that gets you through the day.
because there's a
we
lot
have
of
to do.
dads out there that are like, you know what? I like seeing someone dance out there scantily clad.
It is a great date night, honestly.
And then, but I've gotten to the age where I'm too embarrassed to go to your local gentleman's club because
There aren't really any, man.
there's no. I live by one.
Oh, that's right. There's one in your backyard.
Uh-huh. You can get a steak.
I forgot
Next to
about that. It's
the
next to
RV.
your Walmart. Yeah, it's next to the Walmart.
Right across the street,
Yeah.
sweethearts. Where it's like, we know what you're doing, sweethearts. You're selling to
Oh,
them.
you're right next to that.
Anyway.
You have a pack of Nazis that live on
It's
your
just-
street, right?
Oh.
I can't let my neighbors see my truck parked there because it's like right by 4th.
Yeah, they see it. So on his street,
And my wife-
it goes copper tone lady, man with a custom hearse, pack of Nazis, MMA, and then
I think I know where you live because I used to live in that area too.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows.
Castleberry Santa Claus does come around, but on your
Yeah, yeah.
street, he's too scared. He drives.
Oh, do you live near the Krampus house at Christmas time? Because my brother's in that neighborhood.
Oh, which is the Krampus house?
There's a house that does the whole Krampus decoration instead of Santa.
I've
and
heard of it.
everything.
I've never seen it.
No.
It's so great.
I drive past the Star Wars Christmas, which, by the way, your ass is still up and it's trashy. I drive by it every day. I'm like, get your ass out of the yard.
And Star Wars Life Day lasts a long time.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, that's true. Christmas
Anyway.
on indoors very long.
So this is an opportunity to get that same experience you would get at a
in a
gentleman's
space
club.
you can bring your wife to.
and
In a
it's
classier experience.
Yeah,
It's a classier experience.
and
for
it's
sure, yeah.
under like, hey, I'm supporting supporting local artists.
Absolutely.
You know,
are.
yeah. Which
You legitimately are.
you can't say that when you go to the gentleman's club because they're like, no.
well, now you're just supporting the teens with drug problems. You know,
Single moms.
You're supporting unfortunate teens.
No, with this, okay, so you're going to see something different in every act. We have 5 different performers plus me, and you have Dream a Little, who was the Miss Monster winner this year.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She's very classic burlesque.
Yeah.
You're going to see a Miss Daddy, who has competed in Miss Monster for the past 2 years, and she's in like every burlesque group in town. Amazing. Teddy, who is just rainbows and joy. He's going to bring his Teddy Mercury number this Sunday.
Teddy Mercury.
Yes.
I like that.
And Babs Divine is coming out of retirement. She actually moved away, and now she's back, and she's taking the stage Sunday for the first time in a long time.
Cool.
And then Libra Moon, who also competed in Miss Monster a couple years ago, who was one of our amateur winners, and she's so great we kept her on.
There you go.
So then you'll see me, and I'm going to do something fun at the end of the number, or end of the show.
What would yours be, Tom? If you did a
What's
number?
your burlesque name, Tom? What would you be?
Twain 305.
Okay, I like that.
Also my AOL screen name.
Yeah.
And my first email.
So you know he did a lot of damage with it on the old ICQ chat.
So Twain comes out, and
I'm dressed like Mark Twain.
Oh,
you have,
please.
you have
But
Samuel
Miami-
Clemens. You have a white Samuel Clemens wig. You have a white mustache that's stuck on
Yeah.
you. You come out and you go, I declare,
yeah.
you're about to see the frog jumping.
No,
I
listen,
get that, yeah.
Listen, there is something for everybody.
What
in
was
the
it?
town.
No, but
What
it's
was
like
that
Mark
tail?
Twain grew up in Miami. You see, that's the 305. You see, it's like a Mark Twain,
But Pitbull
old school.
style.
Yes,
Yes.
like a
So
Pitbull
you're Mark Anthony
Twain.
Twain.
yeah. Where like I have that Miami thugster look about me,
Yeah.
but then there's the old school Mark Twain.
Like,
you know,
so the
And you strip down the
lowrider-
boxers and like suspender socks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
it's called the South Beach Jumping Contest of Calavery County or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, my
I forget the name of that.
Yeah. A little bit thugster, a little bit old riverboat.
Okay.
I'm an old riverboat thugster.
That's the name of the show, Old Riverboat Thugster.
And then I'll get out. I mean, I'm
You know what's
trusting.
interesting about that concept of the Old Riverboat Thugster is that the idea of the Old Riverboat Captain and the Thugster are two such extreme polar opposites.
You
They
would
would
not-
hate
yeah.
each other. The Riverboat Captain would
Yeah.
hate the Thugster and vice versa.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you would not believe the mashups that come out of burlesque. There has been everything you can think of and more under the sun.
Yeah.
It's not just one thing anymore. It's so many different
And
levels.
anything's on the table, right?
Absolutely, because there's traditional burlesque, there's neo burlesque, there's new like modern like protest burlesque.
Is there
all
riverboat
sorts.
thugster?
Yeah, there
I'll be
is.
the first
There
one.
is now. You know
yeah.
that rule, if you can think it, it actually exists. That's
All right.
it happens right
You know,
there.
one of the ones that surprised me that there's a lot of it, and you can just like Google it, is Juggalo burlesque.
Oh gracious!
But
yeah.
there's a ton. It's
There is a
like
lot.
more
Really?
than there should be, right? Like, because burlesque is very popular.
Yes.
And why do you think that is? Why do you think it's kind of getting a
Because
swell right
underground?
now?
It celebrates fandoms too, so people's passions will come out in their burlesque. So obviously, there's a huge Juggalo following. There's a lot of circus acts that are involved in burlesque too. There's a lot of crossover.
Is there
So
cosplay? A lot of cosplay?
lot of
Okay,
cosplay.
so
There's-
that's in the
yeah.
same world.
See,
Absolutely.
now that's how you get me.
There's
Honestly,
a few burlesque groups in town that are based just on cosplay. There's the Bombshells. Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Okay.
we've had them in.
Possibly.
Whichever is the one that did the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Peekaboo did that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did a night of that.
We
so,
had them in to talk about their sexy SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, there's one that does Shrek.
Yes, I remember that.
I mean, there's one that does the superheroes. There's if you think it's done.
All
Trust
right.
me.
So again,
Love
plug where this is going to be at, where people can get involved, how they email you, all
Sure.
that stuff.
There you go.
So it's the monthly burlesque showcase. It's the last Sunday of every month. This month it's going to be this Sunday, January 25th. Doors at 7, show at 8. It's at the Dust. Underground at Lake Eola. That's
cool.
It's a really great space, and it's nice and intimate, but it's a good date night. It's a girls' night out. It's a guys' night out. You know, my mom and dad come. The Orlando Sentinel actually said our burlesque show is the one that you can bring your parents to, which I love because we make it comfortable for everybody.
Yeah, you're doing it correctly.
It depends on your parents, I'm sure,
Sure.
but it's just something that's comfortable for everyone. We're not going to make fun of you. You're going to be comfortable enjoying the show with us.
And just remember, every dad out there is horny. He just hides it sometimes.
yeah, so be kind to the dad.
There's going to be something
know,
for
he wants to
everyone.
There's
see it.
some
Yeah?
dad sitting there and he doesn't look like he's having a good time. Trust me, he's having a great time.
Let me tell you, our sponsor is Premier Couple Superstore. They come to our shows, and Pop, who runs Premier,
Sure.
he's 73 years old. He comes to every show with his wife, his daughter, and her husband come now too. literally something for everyone.
All right.
And you can get tickets online at eventbrite.com. If you come the night of the show and you pay at the door, say the word cutie, and you get $5 off.
There you
All
go.
right, cool,
Save
awesome.
a little money.
Well, Jaimz, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
coming by.
guys so
Yeah,
much.
you're
I
welcome.
appreciate the support of this art form. And
Always.
it's just something that I found a passion for. Like you said, your daughter found it so early in life.
Well,
I didn't find burlesque till I was in my 30s.
That's what I was saying. It's such a rarity to find the thing that you truly like when you're young, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And talking to other parents, I realize how truly lucky Maisie is in finding something that she truly enjoys. Because most of my friends, kids don't have that.
Yeah.
And you said it yourself. You nailed it. You're like, I didn't find this until
and there's
into
kids
my
coming
30s.
up in their early 20s already finding burlesque. I'm like, God, where are you going to be in 10 years? It's so cool to see them being able to grow at such a young, early age. I don't know where they're going to be when they're my age,
Robot burlesque. Everything online.
It already
Everything
exists.
fake.
Listen, my boyfriend builds robot costumes. It can happen.
Oh, I need a
like to see
robot
that.
costume.
All right.
Yep, he does.
Big ol', you know what I mean.
I'll have to show you some of my Dragon Con pictures.
Okay.
So, Pistons.
Yeah,
All
big
right.
Pistons.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.